we're going to be calculating depreciation, and we're going to be using what's called the straight line method. In the straight line method, you're assuming that whatever it is you're talking about is depreciating or going down in value exactly the same amount every single year. So here's an example. It says Central Clinic recently purchased a new computer system. The total cost of the system was $58,324. The estimated life of the system is 4 years. So that means after 4 years, they're going to have to get a new one. The trade-in value of the system after, whoops, this should be 4 also. Go ahead and do that. After 4 years is $1,200. Using the straight line method, what is the annual depreciation to the nearest cent? Okay, so let's follow our formula. Your annual depreciation, you take your original cost, in this case was $58,324. You subtract the salvage value. Now salvage value means what's it going to be worth when we're done? What can we get for it, either for scrap or for trade-in? And that was $1,200. And then you divide by the estimated life, which was 4. This was a typo over here. They both should have said 4. This was a 4. Okay, so we go ahead and subtract to begin. So $58,324 minus $1,200 and divide by 4. When I do that, I get $14,281. So this depreciates a lot. It depreciates $14,281 every year. Tina Cole is a certified financial advisor. She uses equipment at her office and bought some for $9,654. The trade-in value for that equipment is estimated at $325, and that's after 5 years of use. Use the straight line method. What is the annual depreciation to the nearest cent? So we want to know how much its value is going down each year. So we take its original value, $9,654. Subtract from that what it will be worth in the end, the salvage value of $325, and divide by the number of years, the estimated life. Now they said after 5 years, so that would give us 5. Okay, so the top number, what that does, 9,654 minus 325, that tells us the amount it's gone down by. Okay, the bottom number is the number of years, so what that does is it tells us how much per year instead of just how much total. And I get $1,865.80. Okay, here's another one. Harrison Hardware just purchased 3 new cash registers. Okay, so that's important. Each of these registers cost $1,400 and has an estimated life of 4 years. The trade-in value of, again, it says each cash register is expected to be $200 at the end of those 4 years. Use the straight line method. What is the annual depreciation for cash registers combined? So we want it all together. Well, first let's find out what it would be for one cash register. So let's take the original cost of that cash register, $1,400. Subtract the salvage value or the trade-in value, which was $200, and divide by the life of the machine, which it said was 4 years. Okay, so this is for just one cash register. Okay, so we do that, we get 1,400 minus 200 is 1,200. Divide that by 4, and it's $300. Okay, but remember that's just for one cash register, and he had 3 cash registers. So they wanted it combined, so we take that value times 3. So 3 times $300 is $900. So combined, they are depreciating by $900 every year. All right, Copies on Demand purchased 5 new copiers. At a total, so altogether, they were $35,000. The salvage value is expected to be $800 each after 5 years. Using the straight line method, what is the total amount of depreciation for copies that they can claim? Okay, so we want to know how much are they depreciating each year. Now notice at the beginning up here, when they purchased the copiers, they gave us the total purchase price and not the individual cost for each copier. But when they told us how much they would be worth in the end, it gave us the value for each one. So we have an option here. We can either find out what the cost was. Let's just go ahead and do it the same way we did the last one. But to do that, we need to know what was the original cost for each copier. Well, it was $35,000 total, and they bought 5. So we take $35,000 and divide it by 5, and we find the cost of these is $7,000. Okay? So for one copier, let's find the depreciation. The original value is $7,000. In the end, each one will be worth $800, and the life is 5 years. So we take 7,000 minus 800. That gives us $6,200, and divide that by 5. That gives us $1,240. So each, if they want just each copier, they're depreciating by $1,240 a year. If they want them combined, remember we had 5 of these, so we take 5 times 1,240. And they're depreciating by $6,200 combined. Okay, so each one is depreciating by $1,240 a year, but altogether the 5 of them are depreciating by $6,200. All right, Third National Bank bought 6 new laptop computers. They were $1,100 each. The estimated life of the computers is 3 years. So they live 3 years. And when you're done, the trade-in value is $150. Use the straight line method to find the combined annual depreciation for the computers for the nearest cent. Okay, so their original cost was $1,100. In the end, they'll be worth $150. So we go 1,100 minus 150, and then divide by the number of years, which it said it was just 3 years this time. We subtract and get 950 divided by 3 is $316.67. Okay, so the combined amount then for the 6 computers that we had here, we would take that times 6. And we find that it's $1,900.02. That's how much they depreciate each year combined for all 6 laptops.